Welcome to the HR Happy Hour Work Break. You are here for an early break with Trish and Steve. Good morning, Steve Bose.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for jumping on early. I just felt like we needed to chat, start the day. We've been working, to be fair. It's fair to take a
Yes, we
break.
did. We were on a work related phone call, Zoom call type of thing. We're still doing the
That's
Zoom
right.
thing 3 years in, I guess. That's how it goes.
Can someone just bring us in person so we can know what it's like to actually work I want to go work in a workplace.
Do you?
Vendors.
I want to have an old school conference call again, like with the
Oh
the
no.
1888 number and the passcode and
No.
wondering who's on and who's off and all that.
Mm-mm.
The complete freedom to goof off, because no one
No.
can see you or have any idea what you're doing, right?
No, I want someone to have an actual in-person meeting. Call me, people. Let's have an in-person meeting. Anyway, lots going on in the world, Steve. I'm not even going to cover it all because we are not news reporters, but State of the Union was last night. We've had an
Oh, did you?
earthquake,
There was an terrible earthquake.
right?
Awful. Yeah.
I'm not a big news watcher. I don't know if you are, but I did hear this morning, unfortunately, they have found on the plus side, they found over 8,000 people at this point and rescued them. But 11,000 is where the number
Yeah.
was
That's
as of
awful.
this morning who are uh, found but not alive. So, yeah, it sounds like though lots of countries coming to aid. So we'll have to follow that story um, going on. But yeah, did you watch the State of the Union? Are you
I
a guy that
didn't.
does that?
No, I like the
Yeah.
news. I do try to keep on top of the news. I'm not a big politics person, so I did not watch it. I heard some reporting about it this morning, and it did seem weird that now, the politicians will or heckle each other during speeches, which seems weird to me. But
Right?
okay, that's fun. Like sometimes I'll watch. I know you're a fan of the UK and London and all that. Do you ever watch the Houses of Parliament and the in on like C-SPAN or something? Because that's what they do
Mhm.
over there, right?
Yeah.
The other side will boo and hiss and yell
It's
at
crazy, right?
the opposition politicians.
Um,
That's kind of funny, I guess. But it's a little different because we're not used to it here, I guess.
right. And I don't watch the State of the Union, honestly. I think you get enough of the highlights the next day or whatever. I will say I'm not a very outwardly political. I was kind of raised that you keep it to yourself, no
Um,
matter what you think. That's just good or bad. That's how I was raised. But one thing I will say, and this is not for or against any certain person, I would like limits on how old you can be to run for president, right? We have minimum age. I'm ready to put in a maximum age because when the Constitution was written, people weren't living to be in their 80s, right?
they were
I don't
not.
want any president in their 80s. I'm sorry, I don't. I don't. I have
Yeah,
parents in their 80s.
I think I'm
I
with you
know what
on
that's
that.
like.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that. Like,
Yeah,
we have relatives in my family, like when they hit, about 75 or so, we didn't really let them get up and go to the bathroom by themselves really all
r-
that often. Right. And so now, running the country at an advanced age, look, everybody's different, right? And how they sort of hold up in their mental capacity and their physical capacity.
right.
Everyone is different. Right. And I totally get that there can be super fit, super mentally sharp,
Mhm.
87-year-old people, and there are many of them out there, and that's awesome. But yeah, that's the exception, certainly not
Right.
the rule. And yeah,
Well, and not
I'd
only
agree with
that,
you on that.
I think in the same way, if you had someone who was in their 30s, right, or 20s, say that you could be in your 20s to be president. I don't think you have the a more well-rounded perspective because you're at one end or the other, right? I think that the things that are important to an 80-year-old are certainly not important to me yet to that degree, right? So out of our whole country, can we please, Republicans, Democrats, Independents, please, someone of a different age range, please step up.
Speaking of age, I have an age-related item here then, since you brought it up, Trish. This
Okay.
is a story I did see last week. It came out of France, Trish. There's an uproar in France. I don't know if you caught this.
No,
The
what is
the
there an uproar over?
It's about retirement and the age of retirement. The French government
Okay.
apparently has announced plans to raise the official, I don't think it's a mandatory thing over there, but the official retirement age, I guess, from which you would qualify for, your pension and benefits, et cetera, over there. They want to raise the age from the current age, which is 62, and they want to raise it to 64. And a lot of
Oh,
people in France are upset about this. Apparently, especially people who are closer to those ages and are getting ready to retire or planning
Right.
it imminently. Both ages seem kind of young, certainly by U.S. standards for retirement, right? Where we
Yeah.
over time, right? Certainly here, people are tending to work longer and to more advanced stages, much like many of our politicians you just talked about. So I don't
Right.
know. I mean, 64 even sounds pretty good to me, right? To say you're retiring, right?
I would like to get rid of the word. Can we retire the word retire? And here's why. Because I think that, at least in the US, we're sort of raised that that's when you stop your job, right? Your
Right.
work job. But even that's changed in the last few years, right? With the pandemic, with working from home, with gig economy, all of the things that have changed work. But when work was go to a place and do something or make something 8, 10 hours a day and come home, yes, I can see by age 62, I would probably be ready to stop that, right? So to retire and quit that. But I think what I'm finding is that, again, this goes back to we're living longer, right? Than even 50 years ago when
Yeah.
this was, when all these
Although I
decisions were,
would say, though, due to the pandemic and some other things, U.S. life expectancy has actually come down a little bit, oddly enough, in the last few years,
well,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just the fact that a lot of people are in, 70, 80, 90 years old. I think that the change in retirement needs to first of all, maybe just not even call it that. It's just a change in the way that we spend our time because a lot of people retire. Like my dad retired at 62, I think,
Mm.
for not even a year. He was so bored. He was completely bored. Now, did that mean that he wanted to go and do the job that he had done his whole
Right.
life? He
Sure.
worked in a zinc refinery. No, he was not going to do that. But I will tell you, he went and took a part-time job at a company that made windows and doors, right?
Okay.
Working in like the paint shop. He had never done that before. He went and found a whole new
That
career.
job really must have its ins and outs and ups and downs. Oh, that was
I see
awful.
what you did there. No, but,
Awful.
you know what? He worked that job for over 15 years. He was, like,
Wow.
getting, like, longevity little, trinkets and tokens, whatever. But I think what that shows you is that people like something to do.
Mhm.
And so maybe we need to, as a country, globally, rethink what do people need to be doing with their time other than thinking about retirement.
Real quick, Trish, here are some jobs people may not want to do so much.
Oh,
And why? Because these
okay.
are, Trish, a pitch I got the other day, and I wrote this down. These are the most dangerous jobs in the United States. You want to take a guess? This is based on rate of fatal accidents, meaning you're
Yes, I'll
dead,
guess.
per
I'll guess.
one per 100,000 workers. Trish,
All right, dangerous jobs. The people that work on the ships that go catch the lobsters.
fishing and hunting workers. Trish, that category includes those people. Number two, second most dangerous job in the United
Um,
States.
Loggers, I would say
Lo
people that do
You got it.
logging,
Number 1, logging.
right?
Logging
And
workers, Trish, the most dangerous job in the United States. This is data from 2021. 82 deaths per 100,000 workers. 82 per 100,000. So, yeah, you got
and
you
then
got
my
the
other ones
number
would
2
be
and number
things
1. You
like
got it.
mining and oil drilling. I think
Yeah,
those kinds of
those
jobs are
I
dangerous.
think those might have been in the top 10, not in the top 5. I'll give you
Yeah,
the 5, 4, and 3 real
yeah,
quick.
give me the
Iron
others.
and steel workers, like structural iron and steel workers. Think
Oh,
building on top
yeah,
of tall
building
buildings.
skyscrapers,
That's number
sure.
5. Aircraft pilots and flight engineers. Now, not commercial, and I'm talking about like people who fly you from San Francisco to New York, but just private aviation and other types of pilots. Number
Okay.
4, and roofers. Number 3, third most
Oh,
dangerous
if
job
you
in the
fall
United
off
States.
the roof,
Yeah, roofers. So, how
there
about
you
that?
go. Hey, I know what I wanna do for my next job. I'm gonna manifest this, all right? So I am like the
Lumberjack?
biggest I'm gonna be a lumberjack. I'm the biggest Survivor fan there is. I have always been. I watch them, I rewatch them. When I have nothing to do, I watch them again. So I don't think I could be cut out for Survivor itself, but I want to go and either like intern with Jeff Probst and like take on his job when he's done.
Yeah, he's got a great gig.
Right? He's done like 30 seasons, right? Or no more than
Probst
that.
is the man. He's
40,
great at
40.
it.
What are we on? 43. We just did 43. I think we're on 44. Yeah. So I want to come help learn. So whenever he is ready to retire, I could just step right in and I would know it because I'm a super fan. Anyway, that's
All
my
right,
job.
before we
What
go,
would be your
Trish,
job? What
my
would be your retirement job?
uh I want to become a professional pickleball player
Oh,
on the senior tour.
is there such a thing yet?
There probably will be soon.
I think there will be soon. I think you could actually make that happen.
Last shout out for me before we go, Trish, as I put the shirt on. I want to shout out my friends at Homage. That's HOMAGE t-shirt company. I ordered some more
Oh,
shirts. I got myself a Women Rock shirt, which I'm proudly wearing today. How about
I
that?
love it.
Women do rock, Trish. That's my
HOMAGE
philosophy.
Homage shirts.
Homage, best t-shirt company out there.
Is it really soft? I like the ones that are really soft.
Very soft. It's lovely. Okay. I'm enjoying the heck out of it.
Good stuff. Well, hey, everyone. Thanks for taking a break with us. If you catch us later, thanks for taking a break later. But anyway, we shall take breaks. Have a good rest of your day, and we'll catch you again soon.